In 1998, I was having lunch with 3 other ladies, and we were discussing how we could contribute to our society, because we realized that separately we made a contribution to the poor and the dispossessed. But if we came together, we would be a much stronger unit, and that is how WAND was born.
So about 4 years ago, I was asked to join WAND, Women in Action for the Needy and Destitute. They're a fantastic group of women doing a lot of very good work all through Trinidad. About 2 years ago, we started working with an aged home in St. James, where they required a lot of supplies for their home. So I approached Price Smart through an ex-employee who helped us push this through with their Price Foundation, their foreign organization. It took about 6 months before they actually approved the project, but once we started going and we provided their reports and photographs, it was a success. It was such a success that Mr. Price requested an interview with our president, Mrs. Jan Ryan.
Mr. Price contacted us and asked for an interview, saying that they would like to work with us further. We had a number of projects on the table, and we sent them the proposals, and they indicated their interest in working in communities because they thought, as a large corporation, they had a corporate responsibility.
Once approved, we had to start visiting the community centers. And it was just amazing to see these village councils come together and come on board. They were so excited to get involved with WAND and to know that there are people out there who are concerned about them and their education.
At first, it was really very difficult for us to get this project off of the ground. We would have been working at it since 2015. But we started working with community development, and they assisted us with several visits.
The Price Foundation asked that we provide reports for them on all of the community centers, showing that they were actually using the computers and how it will benefit their communities. So Jan contacted a professor at UTT who, once she heard about the program, came on board right away. Professor Valerie Stout.
Because we had to measure and evaluate in a very specific way, we needed to do it scientifically. And for this, WAND did not have the resources to be able to do this. And when we approached UTT, they were very happy to come on board to do what they do best.
I became involved, and then UTT followed, in that Jan Lucas Ryan is a personal friend, and she mentioned she had this project. She sent me the documents, and it was essentially about trying to find a way to satisfy the donor. So when I read it and I conceptualized how I would evaluate it, it became apparent very quickly that there would need to be some IT support. At that time, our vice president of IT, Dev Maraj, was away. So I spoke to one of the IT technicians about what could they do, because I knew that there would be no way to get proper computer literacy unless the community center was connected to the internet. Once Dev came back and I explained the project to him, then UTT became involved. And how it became involved, I'm still impressed. Dev took charge. The whole management of it shifted to UTT somewhat. And we kept trying to support WAND, because I have to say that I am so impressed by WAND in getting this donation and fighting to get this grant in what they're trying to do with all these community centers. So they had mapped out all of that. So IT became involved, ICT became involved, and what is more, our outreach people became involved.
The IT support that we were able to provide really had to do with networking of those computers, helping to set them up, helping to create accounts on them, to share resources such as the donated printer so everyone can print, and also that when the internet became available, that everyone would have internet access at all of the sites. In fact, I'm happy to be able to say that my understanding is that Flow has agreed to donate, I believe, internet at all of the initial sites for a period of 1 year.
So we have incorporated multiple departments from UTT, not just IT, so it's IT, ICT, environmental studies, which is where I am, postgraduate studies, which is where I am, in terms of the evaluation and how we're going to assess it professionally, write a professional report for the donor, but also, as I said, letting national universities serve the community, and at the same time, building our community.
Now, what we've found as we went out to all the various communities is a very interesting one commonality, I should say, was tremendous enthusiasm by the village councils. The heads of the village councils, all the members of the village councils that we met, all of them viewed this one project as being an absolute godsend, something that would really innovate their community, something that they could bring their community members in and involve them in bringing them up to a level that they had long wanted, but were always maybe afraid to go out on their own.
So this is a dream come true. So when I was told that one was willing to assist us with the computer, I saw angels really coming, because we were thinking about coming up with programs to get computers. So this is a dream. We have a lot of plans for the programs, because not just computer literacy, we visualize people could sit here and even get a degree. You see this whole place as a school, and having people like Juan and other people who actually care. The name that they have, they actually care. We realize that having Juan and other people who are interested in the community, we know we will go far. So it's a dream come true.
What is good about this model? There's a particular requirement to measure the use of these computers. So we are able to measure, one, how many persons are impacted on it, how they are impacted, how the computers are used, and what benefit it brought to the community. So that measurement can be used as information, so to either improve or to share to show real success. It is ours, it belongs to us. We care what belongs to us. It's not something that is just given. We take ownership of it, and we are very proud of it.
I think the benefits of having a computer in the community is the members of the community that don't have that avenue to do maybe homework, to fill out applications, just to look up anything in general that they may want to. You have that avenue now. So I think that that's a very, very, very great thing for this community.
One really could not have done this project on its own, and it really just shows you that in life that it's very important for people to work together, because together we're strong and we can do much more, which really was our motto in the beginning when we had lunch.
We all recognize that all of the problems we've been having are rooted in poverty and frustration. So when you empower people, the expectation is that once they find themselves, high tide raises all boats. So we expect this to redound to the benefit of Trinidad and Tobago.
I believe everyone will look back at it and say, you know what, we were really glad that we took part in this. It is a very small first step, but already many of us are seeing where it can become extremely important to the communities throughout the country. And it is in fact our hope that these first 15 community centers are really just the beginning. And we believe that the success of these first 15 will really set the model for the other community centers and for the donors who can now take confidence that when they donate, these things will be used in a very positive way and will help uplift the entire national community of Trinidad and Tobago.
The world is now an oyster, and is an oyster now formed in this little room. This is a pilot, and this pilot will be a success so that we can show the rest of the nation how persons that care can come and make real changes in the community. And I'm really happy to be part of that.
We want to ensure that this project is sustainable. We would like to see those communities get scholarships for their students, and we would like to ensure that there is a future in these communities. So it's not just delivering computers and computer equipment to these communities, but we would like to see these communities flourish. So whilst we're delivering to 14 communities, we're hoping that additional communities learn from them and use their community centers to also develop new programs, because we think that this will help to make our country a much more sustainable and richer country in education and well-being for our citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.